Hello everyone, this is V. Manikyala Rao, working as Assistant Professor in Department of AI and ML, B.V. Raj Institute of Technology, Narsapur, and today I want to discuss about the topics vectors, arrays, matrices and packages used in R. Now coming to the vectors. So vectors means it contains collection of homogeneous data items. That means similar items is to be described in vectors. Homogeneous means just like, for example, the representation for vector is C. C means collection of values. What are the values we have to be specified? For example, homogeneous data means C of 1, 2, 3 like this, or C of some names, some N, V like this. Collection of N, V, 1, 2, that this type of different, this is belongs to numeric data type, this is belongs to character data type. This type of things are not allowed in the given vectors. So they will allow only homogeneous means the values we have to be described in same data type. So that is belongs to character data type, or that is belongs to numeric data type, that is belongs to any of the data types. So if you have to create the vector means the variable name, this is our variable name, plus is our variable name, tends to C means collection of the variable values, whatever we have to be specified in this. So I defined VMR, SPK and VMR. So these are the values I described here. So now I want to give printf employees means they need to print these values continuously. VMR, SPK and VMR. Like this, the values will be printed. And next one, for example, if I have to access the vector element, so these all are vector element values. So if I want to access the particular element value, so for example, our variable name is languages. So language is print of languages of 1. So we know that always the index starting from 1. So the Swift index is 1, Java index is 2 and the third index. So print of languages of 1 means the Swift will be printed. So in case I call languages of 2 means they need to print Java, and languages of 3 means they need to print R. So for the first one means they need to retrieve all the values at a time by using collection of all the values. Now here in the second one we describe, if I want to print particular value from the given vector means we will call that variable name of indexed number. So just like our syntax is variable name of index number. So our variable name is languages, our index number is 1. So they will call like this. So languages of 1 means Swift, the particular value Swift will be generated. In case if you are calling languages of 3 means they need to print R. So like this the values will be printed, the particular value will be printed. For example, if I want to change the particular element value based on that indexes. So for that we are given this modify vector element. So for example, I given the variable name is daily activities. So the collection values are eat and repeat. These are the two values I given here. Now first initially they need to print eat and repeat. Next I want to change. So we already know this index number is 1 and this index number is 2. So now I want to change the second index value. So that means daily activities of the second index value is replaced with sleep. So now updating vector daily activities means they need to print eat and sleep. So that one is to be printed. First initial vector eat repeat, for I want to change this value. For that purpose we are using the particular variable name of index turns to the updated value. So that updated value is to be printed like this, sleep. So this is how we change the particular value to another value. Now we are having two types of vectors are there. First one is atomic vector and second one is recursive vector. So coming to the atomic vector. So atomic vector is used to accept the numbers, those all are homogeneous data. That means whatever the values we have to be taken, those all are belongs to the particular data type. Like this only we are given this one. So that is called as atomic vector. Now there are different types of atomic vectors are there. Coming to the first one, a numeric vector. So a numeric vector means they need to allow integers, double and float. 3 values will be. Integers means just like the numbers 1, 2, 3 and so on and like this. Double means the numbers 1.4, 2.6 like this. The float representation may be 2.64 or 2.34f like this. The float representation will be there. So integers, double, float, these all are called as numeric vectors. Now here I taken the variable name v1. I taken the variable name v1, so that contains 4.5, 6.7. So we are calling type of v1. Type of v1 is used to retrieve the particular values belongs to what data type. The data type name is to be retrieved by using type of function. So type of variable name. So it is used to retrieve data type name. So 4.5, 6.7. So they need to retrieve these values are belongs to double. In case if you have to retrieve the values belongs to float, means you have to write like this 2.64 or otherwise 2.34f. So if you have to represent the values like this, means you need to represent that is belongs to float. So now the next second vector is contains 1L, 4L, 2L and 5L. So these all are belongs to integers. So if that value belongs to integer, means we need to represent that is 8 L. So 1L, 4L, 2L, 5L means these all are belongs to integer. So they need to retrieve the value integer. So like this the numeric vector will be displayed. Second one, character vector. So character vector means the given value contains maybe the value is single quotations or maybe the value in the double quotations. Those values will be accepted. So now here C, I declared C of BVRIT. So 2 is in quotations and hello in quotations and 57. So they will consider only these 3 values. They don't want to consider this value. So they will consider, so why? Because the 2 is to be specified in the quotation. So they will read that as string. So now type of v1 means based on this count they need to represent that is belongs to our character data type. So that is about the next one, character data type. Next one is logical vector. So logical vector means they need to check the 3 values. First one is true and second one is false and third one is NA. True means whether the given condition true means they need to represent that is belongs to true. Whether the given conditions false means they need to represent that is belongs to false, and NA means not allocated or not available value, that is NA. So now here we are defining the vector contains true, false, true and NA. So these 3 values are belongs to logical vector. So that's why the type of v1 means it is belongs to logical vector. So that is about the logical vector. Next one, integer vector. So we already defined integer vector means the values is to be defined with L. So 1L, 4L, 2L, 5L. So they will print the values belongs to the integer. So the type of v1 is belongs to integers. So like this the value will be printed. Next one, complex vector. So complex vector means the representation for complex vector is A plus BI. A real part plus imaginary part for this one. So I given the values A plus B, 10 plus I, 4I, 6 minus 8I, minus 6 plus 8I. These are the vectors. So I want to print the v1 means they need to print A plus A. Compulsory the values in the form of A plus B. So that's why I given 4I, they taken the A value real part is 0 and the imaginary part is 4. So 0 plus 4I. If you are adding 0 or removing 0, there is no change. So that's why we are adding A plus B format. So like this. So print of v1 means they need to print the values like this. Type of v1 means these all the values are belongs to complex data type. Next one, raw vector. Raw vector is used to generate random values, and in case if you are not defining any values means they need to describe those values with zeros. Now here I given print of raw 3. So raw 3 I given means raw values were not specified here. So that's why print of type of raw 3 means they need to print the raw values are zeros. Why? Because we are not defining anything. For example, if I given raw is equal to some hello. So these values, the particular relevant values will be taken just like 57, 65, 76, 27. Like this, the values will be displayed based on our ASCII values. So these values will be printed here in place of zeros. They need to print the values 57, 65, 76 like this. So that is about raw vectors. Now coming to the second vector type, that is recursive vector. So recursive vector is used to allow heterogeneous data types. So heterogeneous values means it is a collection of names, numbers, everything they need to allow. So just like the numbers C of 1, 2, 3, comma, H, comma, A plus BI, like this. The list will be represented like this. So they need to allow numeric vectors, they need to allow character vectors, they need to allow the complex vectors. So they need to allow all the values in the given vector. So particular combination values of vectors. So that is called it as list. Now see here, I created one list here. So we are taking the variable name employee ID. So that contains 4 values, and we are taking employee names. The count of employees is 4. So employee list of employee ID comma employee name comma number of employees. So I want to print employee list means they need to print employee IDs. So see one by one. If that is a list means they need to represent the indexes at the starting. So first employee ID will be printed 1, 2, 3, 4, and next one employee names will be printed, those values, and employee number of employees count will be printed. So in list they will consider each and everything will be indexes with the index numbers. Index numbers they need to display. So 1, that means first employee ID will be displayed, and 2 means second employee name will be displayed, 3 means number of employees will be displayed. So like this the values will be displayed in the list. List means collection of all the data type values in the same structure itself. That is called as list. Now if I have to give the names for the given operations, just like in the previous directly they are given the index numbers. Now here I want to display, for example, if the value is belongs to name, I want to display the name header for the name. And next one, if the value of the particular person is age, so that age name header will be displayed. And next name, city name is Diddley will be displayed. Now like this the values will be displayed. Now see, list of name equals Sudhir. So they need to print the name value is Sudhir. Next the age value is 25 and the city is Delhi. The name particular value is to be assigned with the variable name. So that is called as naming list components. The main advantage for this naming list components is it is used to display the header name. So when we are saying the header names means that is belongs to name value, that is belongs to age value, and that is belongs to city value. Like this the values will be displayed in this. So that is naming list components in the list. So next one, if for example if I have to access the R list of elements by using 2 ways. First one is by using the index square brackets we need to access, by using dollar we will access. Now see the same example, previous example we have taken employee ID, employee name and number of employees. So now we will call that employee ID the variable name as ID. So that means with the employee name. So that means this employee ID contains the values are 1, 2, 3, 4 and the employee name contains these values Deepak to Shekhar. And the total staff is number of employees, that count is 4. So I want to print employee list means they need to print ID is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 ID and names is these values and number of employees is 4. So see the output for this one. So accessing the naming components using dollar command. So employee list dollar names means they need to print only names. Name values will be printed. So only names. First we are calling IDs means 1, 2, 3, 4 printed. Next names and total staff based on the previous command. Now accessing name components using dollar command. So employee list of names means only name values will be printed here. Only names. And employee list of 1 and 4. 1 of 4. So employee list 1 of 4 means that 4 is 4. Why? Because at IDs are 4. Its ID values are 4. So that's why we need to name and we need to retrieve the values based on our indexes. And based on our particular value, all the values will be retrieved by using this vector names. Arrays. Arrays also use it to allow only homogeneous data values. That means similar data type values they will need to allow in the arrays. So it is used to store more than 2 dimensions values. So the dimension index may be the dimension index 1, 2, 2, 1, 3, 1 like this. So 1 row 2 columns, 2 row 1 columns, 3 row 1 columns like this, then value will be retrieved. So the syntax for is variable name equal to array of data means our values, collection of values. Dimensions D means dimensions equal to row size. How many rows we need to retrieve? 2. The column size means how many rows columns we need to write. And matrices means how many matrices we need to display. And dimension names means what dimensions we have to specify to display our array matrix. Now here, see this example, I have taken the vector 1, so that contains 3 values 1, 3, 5, and vector 2 contains 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So these are the 2 vectors I have taken. Now result equal to array of C of vector 1 comma vector 2. So that means it contains values 1, 3, 5 up to 15 values are there. So dimensions equal to 3, 3, 2. So First 3 represents number of rows, second 3 represents number of columns, and 2 represents how many executions we have to be done. Okay, now see print of result. So first we are defining 3 rows, 3 columns. So continuously the values will be printed. First column wise will be printed, next column printed, and next column printed. So like this. So 1, 3, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So like this. The same operation will be executed 2 times. So that's why we are defining 1 and 2. In previous example, see 3 rows, 3 columns, and 2 dimensions. That means 2 times the given code will be executed. So the numbers will be displayed. First 1, 3, 5 in column wise, next 10, 11, 12 in column wise, and next column 13, 14, 15. So like this, the values will be displayed in the arrays. So 2 times that will be executed. So that is about the dimensions representation for arrays. Now, if I have to display the given things with the number of rows and columns, that means the column names and row names. Just like in the previous example, just we have to change the column names is column 1, 2, 3. So that means the column names will be printed like this, and row names means row names will be printed like this. In previous example, see, they displayed 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 like this. And in the place of this one, now I want to change this one into. Now I want to change this one into matrix. Name is matrix, and these names are column, and these names are row names. If I want to change this particular first index, means that is belongs to matrix 1, and this is belongs to matrix 2. And if I want to change, these all are row 1, row 2, row 3, and these all are column 1, column 2, column 3. So for that change, we need to, for that change, I return 3 statements, that is columns and names is equal to column 1, column 2, column 3. So this is why the column 1, 2, 3 will be printed. Next, row names means this place of indexes, row 1, row 2, row 3 will be printed. And matrix 1, 2 means the first index matrix 1 and second one matrix 2 will be printed. So if you have to change the index numbers with the column names 1, 2, 3 and with the row names R1 to R2, R3, and with the matrix names means how many times the given matrix will be executed. So that may be 2 matrices, or that may be 3 matrices, or up to n matrices. For example, if I want to check whether the given element is available in the given array or not. So for that, the syntax is, so array of C of 1 colon 12. So that means the numbers are to be available starting from 1 up to 12 numbers are there. So now dimensions equal to 2 rows, 3 columns. Dimensions 2 rows, 3 columns, and 2 times it will be executed. Now see, so this is our variable value, our variable value. Percentile in percentile, that means within that array, this is our variable name. So 11 is available in the array 1 or not. So we already having 1 to 12 numbers are there. So 11 is available in between 1 to 12. So that's why the output will be true. Next, 13 will be available in the array 1 or not. So 13, we are having only the values 1 to 12. So after 12, that value will not be available in our array. So that's why they retrieve false. The given value is available in the array means they need to retrieve that value belongs to that array. In case the given value is not available means they need to display that is belongs false. Why? Because the value is not exist in the given data type. Now matrices. So matrix is used to represent the given values in the form of rows and columns. So that representation for matrices is, so it contains the matrix, maybe 2 by 2 matrix, 3 by 3 matrix, 4 by 4 matrix, or up to n by n matrix we need to represent. So for the matrix we are represent, the syntax is matrix is our function name, matrix of variable name, n row means number of rows, n column means number of columns, and by row is equal to, by row means if we have to retrieve the values row wise, or if you have to display the values column wise, by using by row keyword we need to display that one. So now see here, I have given the values matrix of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So number of rows is 2. Number of rows is 2. And number of columns is 3. So by row is equal to true. So that means the values will be printed row wise. So print of matrix 1 means, so rows 2 only. So 2 rows will be taken. Columns are 3. So 1, 2, 3. So like this. rows only 2, columns 3. So how they will printed? So by row is equal to means row wise. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So like this the values, first row will be finished and next continuation next row. That is by row is equal to true. Next, in case I changed by row is equal to false, that means the values will be printed opposite of row. So that means the column wise. So column wise, first 1, 2 will be printed, next 1, 2 will be printed, first 1, 2, next 3, 4, next 5, 6. Like this the values will be displayed in column wise. Next one, if I want to retrieve the matrix element, so the particular index element I need to retrieve. So for that we will call here. So the syntax for this one is matrix of n1 colon n2. n1 means number of rows. n1 means belongs to rows. n2 means belongs to n1 belongs to rows and n2 belongs to columns. See this example. So I define the matrix that contains the values. So number of rows is 2 and number of columns is 2. That means they need to create a 2 by 2 matrix. So print of matrix 1. So matrix 1 means they need to print these values. So that VMR SPK and next to USR VMRow. So like this the values will be printed continuously row wise. If you are not defining by row means default we will take it as by row is equal to true. So row wise the values will be printed continuously if you are not defining by row field in the matrix. Now here I desired the element matrix of 1 comma 2. So that means the first one, second value. So number of row, first row, second value. So first row, second value. So the desired element for first row, second value is SPK. So SPK will be printed. So that is about how to access the matrix element based on the index numbers. So next one. So for example, if I want to change the matrix element in the given matrix. So for that, so see this one. So this is our matrix normal representation. So I have taken 1, 2, 3, 4 values, only that values will be printed. Next one, I want to change the first row, second column to 5. So first row, second column means this value. So I want to change this 3 value to 5. Now for that what we have to do means matrix of first row, second column value is 5. So print of matrix 1 means they need to change this 3 to 5. So that is about we have to change the value in the given matrix. Next one, for example, if I have to combine two matrices into different ways, so we are having two methods out there. First one is cbind. Cbind means we have to combine that one into columns by columns, two matrices into direct columns, and rbind means it is used to combine two matrices in the form of rows. Now see this example. Now first I have taken one example. So first one is contains even numbers, so 2, 4, 6, 8, and that matrix is number of rows 2, columns 2, and I want to take the odd numbers, so that number of rows 2 and columns 2. So I want to combine cbind of even numbers comma odd numbers. So first they will consider 1 by 2 and 1 to 1 2. So first even numbers will be printed like this. 2 by 2 means so 2, 4, 6, 8. That values. Next 1, 3, 5, 7. Like this the values will be printed. Next same thing, odd bind of even numbers comma odd numbers. So like this means column wise. So first column finished, next second column finished, and next first column finished and second column finished. So first 2, 4, 6, 8 and next 1, 3, 5, 7. So like this column bind, C bind means column bind, R bind means row bind. So row wise, the column wise the values will be displayed. In this way how to represent the matrices. So next one. Data frames. So actual data frames means it is a two-dimensional data structure. So it is used to store the values in the tabular format. If you have to see that values means those all of the values in the form of tables, tabular format. So for that the syntax for this one is variable name. Data frame 1 is our variable name. Data dot frame of first column is equal to C of values and second column equal values. So data frame means they need to create one frame. So in this frame, the values will be displayed in the given structure. The values will be displayed in the tabular format. So now see this example. So data frame tends to data dot frame of the names, ages, vote will be displayed like this value. So data frame 1 means like this, the first name, age, vote will be displayed, and second time will be executed, next value is Fanny will be displayed, and third time third value is Roger will be displayed. So like this the data frame values will be displayed. Now so access the data frame columns. For example, if I want to retrieve the particular column value, that means we are having the values, attributes are name, age and vote are the attributes are there. For example, if I want to retrieve only the names, so for that what we have to call is data frame 1, that means our variable name of index number. So first index number is, that values will be printed, Varshit Fani Rao. So first index. The same one, data frame 1 of names. So that means only names will be printed in index numbers. Data frame $1 means only name values will be displayed like this. Directly we are calling first index numbers means first index numbers continuously will be printed like this. In case if you are calling square braces of name means they need to print that names in the same statement itself. Observe, data frame 1 of 1 means they need to display the values in the row wise. 3 values means 3 rows will be printed. In case data frame 1 of names means all the values are displayed in the same statement itself. So that's why the difference between this one and $name and square braces of name, these two are same. The syntax only the different. Now combining data frames. The combining data frames means 2 rows are combined into vertical. If you are using R bind means 2 frames are represented vertically. And if you are combining 2 data frames horizontally by using C bind. So now see here. So data frame 1 and data frame 2 are given. R bind of data frame 1 comma data frame 2. So first see this example. So R bind of, so row bind, first values will be printed. So first VMR user USR and the age 20 to 15. First one is over. Next SPK Raj and 4689. Continuously the column, the particular row wise the values will be displayed. First column finished and next vertically. So first VMR USR vertically and next is to be vertically, and next speaker as vertically and next 4689 vertically, that values will be printed. So next horizontally the values will be displayed. So we are given the name and age. So extra we are adding hobby in this. So C bind of data frame 1 comma data frame 2. So first they will be printed horizontally, VMR 22 USR 15. So horizontally the values will be printed. So VMR 22 10 is, so first values VMR 22 10 is will be printed first row. Second row USR 15 piano will be printed like this. Horizontally the values, first values will be printed horizontal, next values will be printed horizontally. So like this the values will be displayed in this. So this is how to combine 2 columns, the particular 2 values into same array matrix. Now factors. So factor means it is used to display, it acts as a just like multiple choice values. For example, if the given values contains different types of syntaxes means they need to represent that levels, how many levels are available in the given syntax. So now what is the syntax for this one means variable name tends to factor of vector. So as taken student's gender, so factor of C of male, female and transgender, these all are waiting. Student's gender means, so the values will be printed or whatever the matrix, vector matrix we have to be given in this. Next, what different types of things are available. Factor if you are using means what the types are available in that vector. So the types names will be defined. So levels means female will be there, male will be there, transgender will be there. So but they are to be displayed in ascending order. The F will be first, M will be next and T will be last. So like this the order wise the levels will be displayed by using the factors. Factor is acts as a multiple choice. That means whatever different types of values are to be available in that vector, that is to be shown in the form of vectors. Now, for example, if you have to access the factor elements, so based on our indexes. So student gender of 1 means the first male will be displayed. Next, student gender of 4. So the particular value will be displayed 4. So like this, the values will be displayed in this example. So student gender of 1 means male will be displayed. Next, that levels female, male, transgender. Now next I am calling student gender of 4. So student gender of 4 is what? Transgender. So next output is transgender, levels female, male and transgender. So like this the output will be generated. So how to change the factor elements. So how to change means the particular variable name of index number 1. So I want to change the first index name value. So I want to change the married into single. So print marital status of 1 means they need to change the first value with single. So there are types of things are divorced, married and single. So based on the ascending order only they are to be displayed here. So this is about how to access the factor elements and how to access the factor elements and how to modify the factor elements. Next one, functions used in factors. So we are having two functions. First one is dot factor. That means whatever the variables we have to be defined, that is belongs to factor or not. So first I taken the variable name as fruit. So fruit contains different types of fruits are there. So apple, banana, orange, apple and grape. So fruit factor means to factor of fruit. That means this contains the factor of these values. So is dot factor of fruit underscore factor. So fruit underscore factor is the factor of fruit. So that's why it is a factor of fruit. So it is used to display true. In case is dot factor of fruit is contains only vector. It does not have any factor representation. So that's why they need to represent that is a false. The same thing is fruit, is dot factor and is dot ordered. So is dot ordered means the values we have to be defined is in the same order or not. They will check that one. So now see here. So size is small, medium, large. In the order wise we are defining. So size order tends to factor of size comma order equal to true. So that means the given order is in the true order format or not. So first size is smaller size and next size is medium size and next size is larger size. So they need to display the output is true. So that's why we are calling is dot order of size ordered. So that means they need to display the output is true. In case I called is dot ordered of size means they need to display those all are also belongs to ordered. Why? Because we are defining those all are in the form of orders. Next one is packages. What are the different packages we have to be used in R programming? So we are having different number of packages are there, and coming to the first one, tidwire. So this tidwire is used to represent and convert the given data, smaller data into longer data and longer data into smaller data. For the purposes we are using tidwire. So for those implementations we are having two functions. First one is gather function. So gather function means it is used to convert the wide data. So that means the multiple variables are stored in the columns are to be converted into those variables are stored in the single column. That means all the values, n number of values are to be stored in a single value, single column value. Spread function is used to convert the opposite of gather. So that means they need to convert the long data into wide data. So now I will see the example, you will understand. So first see, I given the data set value contains the student, math, science and the history. These are the values. Now here, so different students, math values and science values and history values are there. Now, so for this compulsory, if you have to include that packages only, that functions will be executed. So now we have to install that. The syntax for this one is install dot packages of package name. So that package name we need to give as tidwire. So library of tidwire. So next we are given the values student, math and science, whatever the data set we have taken, that values. So next long data is equal to gather of wide data comma the key equal to subject and the value is equal to score. So based on our student names, the values will be displayed. So subject, so score, student. So see this, based on our key is equal to subject. So that means subject based on the subject names and the score, the student values will be retrieved. So now I will see how the output will be generated. So first they will display the Alice 85, 90, 78. Next Bob 78, 82 and 88. So like that the values will be displayed. So see, first Alice with max values will be displayed. Next Bob with math values displayed. Next Bob, Alice and Bob based on the subject, based on our subject name and the score will be displayed. So key equal to subject, that values along with this values equal score. So based on the subject and score, the student values will be displayed. So subject students, first two students are there, Alice and Bob, along with the subject names and value. After finishing of the first one, they will display next science and next they will display history. So spread function is the opposite of gather function. So it is used to convert the long data into wide data. So wide data of subject comma score comma student. So again spread of long data comma key equal to subject value is equal to score. That means as to the output will be generated. So based on that key value subject and score, the long data means the particular student names along with the values will be displayed. So this is about the first package in this. Second package name is ggplot2. So ggplot2 is used to represent the given values in the form of graphical representation, just like x-axis and y-axis. Just like the graphical representation, the values will be there like this. So max science. So ggplot2 is used to represent the given values in the form of graphical representations. So data and ethics. Data is used to represent whatever we have to be defined. That value is only shown in the form of structure, graphical structure. Aesthetics means it is used to display the given values in the form of colors. So now see this example. So I given the compulsory, if you are using the package means compulsory use that package library of that package name. So I given the dataset values like this. So I want to plot, that means I want to plot the graph. So that contains df, that means our data frame values, AES of. So x-axis contains the value math and y-axis contains the value signs. GUAM underscore point means it is used to point out the given values based on the given axis. So labs of title means the header name. So max versus science score. So x-axis and y-axis values. So I will show you in the form of output. So math score and science score along with the values, and whatever we have to be defined, that values is to be represented in the form of points. So first we are defining math score values. So 78. So next one 85 and next one 90. So these values are defined based on our matrix. Now the second one, if we have to add the color to the plot, so only one difference is there, just we are adding color attribute. So the color is to be represented for the students. So that means the student representations, they need to represent with student. So the same as to syntax will be there, just to only we are adding one attribute, that is color is equal to student. So this color is equal to student is used to change the existing points, whatever the color existing point is there, that colors will be shown as different. For each and every point they need to represent with different points. So I will show you in the form of graph. So previously whatever we have to be seen, this green color, red color and this blue color. So for Elise, Bob and Clara, these three others, the three max representations will be there. So like this, the values for the representations. Now the next package is TD text. So that is used to manipulate or reducing the given set of statements into smaller set of statements, and that contains only fewer words. Now see here, so for this 2D text we are having two processes. First one is tokenization and second one is text preprocessing. First one, tokenization, means first we need to divide the given statement into individual words. Tokens means the given statement is divided into individual words. Next step, text processing, means first step is first the given statements words is to be converted into lowercase, and second one we need to remove the stop words, and after that we need to perform the stemming. So remove the stop words means just like the, a, and, is, and, or, these all are belongs to stop words. So stemming means is, ing, these type of things are to be removed from the structure. Now see, this is our example. So I have taken the text, this is a sample text, it's used for demonstration purposes. So now tokens tends to unlist or string split of text split. So that is means it is used to divide that one into individual words. So this is a sample text like this, the values will be displayed. Next, I want to convert the given thing into lowercase letters, so I am applying the lower of token. So that means all the words are to be converted into lowercase. So if I have to call print lowercase letters means lowercase signs will be displayed. So see, so that next one. So stop words tends to stop words of en. So stop words means in, as, or, and, has, these all are belongs to stop words. So I want to filter the lowercase letters, not lowercase tends to stop words. So those all the lowercase letters are not belongs to stop words. We need to consider that one. Otherwise, we have to remove those stop words from the structure. So next, this snowballs is the package is used to implement the stemming. Stemming is used to display the given things. After that, whatever is to be ending with ing, in, as, e, these all the words will be displayed from the structure. Now see, so first one, tokens will be displayed individual word wise. Next, lowercase letters, the same thing. Now we want to implement the stop word. We have to remove the stop word. So stop words are already given. E is the stop word. A is the stop word. And next thing. So used for demonstration purposes. So used and for, those two are stop words. So that's why we are removing used and for. Those are the filter tokens. So stem word tokens means if the given word is to be end with s, e, just like a dot, these all are displayed. So that means a, e, I, o, u, these all are, when the word is to be there with the particular statement s, I, like this, that attached words all are displayed. That attached word all are deleted from the structure. Now see this. So after that I, s is there. So after the I, s is there, we want to remove. E is removed from the structure. Next dot is removed. And finally it's demonstrated. So A will be there. So A, after the A, whatever word is there, the complete word will be displayed, and the next one ES will be deleted from the structure. So like this we will implement text processing and tokenization for the given example. Now the next one is DPLYR. So DPLYR is used to filter, or it is used to retrieve the data based on our constraints. That means based on our conditions, the values will be displayed in this. So the filter method is used. So first I taken the data frame, so that contains the values name, age, country, and I want to display original data means then it display the names, ages, and the country. Now I want to filter the given data. If the data age is greater than 30, only that values will be printed. So this is our original data. If the given data, so age is greater than 30. Age is greater than 30. So check in this, greater than 30. So this 28, 25. So now filter of data is greater than 30. So we have to check this is our data set value. So A is greater than 30 means SPK 31 Canada will be printed, and next one ESR 42 UK will be printed. Why? Because the other MRAW and VMR, these two contains the ages 25, 28. So we are already given the filter of variable name comma age is greater than 30. So we are giving some constraint to that particular data values, and based on our constraint the values will be printed like this. So this is about the filter method. Second one is mutate. Mutate is used to add extra column to the existing data values. Now see, we are having the data values, that is name and age. So I want to print the original data. Next, mutated data is tends to mutate of data comma adult equal to if else of age is greater than or equal to 18. We have to display yes, otherwise no. Now see, I want to add adult column in our existing data set. So the constraint is if the given ages are greater than or equal to 18, they need to display yes. If the given age is greater than or equal to not equal greater than or equal to 18, they need to display no. So now see here. So this is our original data, and mutated data means all the ages are greater than or equal to 18. So that's why they need to display the given values with the column as adult. So they need to display as why? Because the age is greater than or equal to 18 for all the members in the given data set values. So that is about mutated data. Now the next one is TD quant. So TD quant is used to display each and everything row by row and column wise in the given dataset values. So now see this one. So first we have to install the packages of TD quant, library of TD quant. So it contains the values date and open, high, low, close, volume. So these are all the values are there. Now we are calling TD data percentile greater than percentile means that is includes with the given values in the TK underscore TBL means in the given table. Preserve index equal to, that means each and everything is to be represented with the tag names. The tag names is to be represented with the values. So rename symbol equal to date, percentile greater than percentile, mutate of date equal to index. So that means the date value is to be represented with a symbol also. So actually we are having only 6 values, and here we are representing 7 columns. First one symbol, second one date, open, high, low, close, and volume. So if you have to rename the particular value with another name with the same values means we are representing this one. Actually our values are the data values. We are changing the data values into symbol. So that's why we need to change. So for this CHR, date, these all are, they are giving the previous date is equal to index. So that is about the first one. So this is about the first one. The second one, quantitative analysis. So quantitative analysis means the same thing will be represented, but the main thing is TQ underscore MA. So that means the quality analysis of a close MA equal to C comma 3 and 5. C of 3 comma 5 means two columns will be added into this one. So MA3 and MA5. So if the given structure is having the particular values, means that value will be printed. So see here. So 3, third column value. So third column value is what? The particular one. The close. So close value 112 will be printed. Next to 120, close 122 will be printed. Next 122. And finally 132 will be printed. So like this, the values will be printed if you are given quantitative analysis. So this is about the given vectors, arrays, matrices and the packages. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.